Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Money Night Monday. I'll be your host for the evening, one Max Formal, Max, whatever you want to call me. I hate Max Formal. I need to change my Discord name. But yeah, we're going to have a fun one in this one tonight. Obviously, a little bit of a change of the format. 8 teams competing, so we're busting out the double elim bracket, which might mean for a shorter night. We'll see. Best of ones will be starting off the evening for our upper bracket quarter and semifinal. Best of threes will follow that for our upper bracket and lower bracket final. And then the grand final will be a best of 5 with the winner's advantage coming on through. Our first game should be a very, very interesting one as well. 2 glasses of milk. You have to say they're going to be coming in as the favorites, taking on the team of Ukuzu, Funky, and DisabledMan. I've forgotten the name they've gone by. I believe it is the BBC. So, you know, some British broadcasting coming up against them. We are on the custom lobby, so we do have pick and bans, which means the map selected was Night Market. After the end of those bans right now, we will be watching the draft from the 2 glasses of milk perspective. As we come into this, they will be on that blue side. BBC will be in red. We'll be excited to see what they're looking to lock in right now. This is the ban phase, so we'll see who's being banned out. Dubu hover ban. Wouldn't be surprised to see Dubu actually taken away on this one. Yeatzy as a goalie doesn't typically play too much Dubu, actually. I've noticed in competition. It's always opted more for the projectiles, so taking Dubu away seems like a good choice in this regards. The team of Thrownee, yeatzy, and omegasinparis. Strong squad. They've gotten a couple top 4s in Monday Night Mondays past. We'll see how they go. For that BBC lineup, I think it's going to be a little bit of a tougher battle for them. Funky has been looking better and better every time I've kind of seen them or come up against them. DisabledMan, of course, also has known to have some strong results. Ukuzu is a new one. Not too familiar with Ukuzu, so I'll be excited to see how they look coming into this game as we make our way onto the pitch for our upper quarter final matchup to kick this one up. Funky on the AI mean, not too surprising. Ukuzu, Kai, goalkeep, and then, of course, the new magician Rasmus being taken as well on that side. Opening Awakenings, cast to last on yeatzy, Omegas, and Ukuzu. And it will be big fish for everybody else. So that big fish, I think, is going to be very good on Thrownee in particular, especially with Ukuzu opting for the cast to last. That extra size will help should the Juliet get into this Kai's face. At the moment, though, it's going to be passed up to omegasinparis. Top corner will be able to get that first goal. 2 glasses of milk strike first. 1-0 lead. Also, as this is a solo cast, by the way, I am more than welcome to treat Twitch chat. You guys watching along, you're my color caster, all right? Tell me everything I get wrong. I'm here for it. As EC is going to go ahead. Let that first barrier fall. omegasinparis working that top side. It's going to get KO'd, though. Step 2 close to the wall. Looked like it was a good little glitch pop plus DisabledMan working together to get that KO early. Funky has to be careful with those jump backs. Does make contact. DisabledMan, nice use of the hook. Unfortunately, won't result in a barrier falling because Omegas is back. The Maelstrom creates a little bit of space, but no one there to capitalize on it. Thrownee still hunting for those KOs. Has been sitting on Funky a fair bit, but hasn't really come through just yet. Ukuzu will take it straight down the middle, caught by yeatzy. DisabledMan going to go for a hook. Doesn't quite use it, but the use of the hook in that placement right there was just to keep that in the upper corridor. DisabledMan trying to bank on sort of winning out right now. That's going to be use of the core flip to get a KO. Down goes DisabledMan, and without DisabledMan, the pressure you can see immediately in a dangerous spot. Now, Funky, despite being low on stagger, will be relatively safe. I mean, Omegas isn't going to have that kill pressure unless Thrownee is there to help them out. Thrownee was in an awkward position, so power play only results in 1 barrier falling. Thrownee now on the attack. Can't find too much as well. Maelstrom goes up high. DisabledMan sidesteps with a nice use of the kick. Will get the second barrier down. 2 glasses of milk. Going to look for that second point. Lock and load keeps some space for yeatzy. As Omegas goes forward now, a 2v1. The punch not enough. The pass intercepted by Funky. And 2 glasses of milk goes back to the drawing board. Pass to oneself. DisabledMan gets intercepted by Omegas, who now will step forward. Thrownee in a good spot. Kick, punch, KO, and goal. Thrownee is going to make this one a 2-0 lead. Big moment from Thrownee right there. as it's going to be a nice 2-0 lead to start this one off. Pressure coming straight down through the top. DisabledMan keeping on Omegas for now. Not going to find too much right there. Nice use of the hook from Disabled. Nearly gets that one through. Now they go to the top. Lock and load makes a save as Thrownee gets a KO on the dot side. Funky taken out. Should be worth noted as well, Funky is rocking the pummelers for future reference. So it is going to be yeatzy looking for KOs. Not that start they were looking for just yet. Thrownee going to take this one down low. Ukuzu goes into the middle barrier. Omegas loses possession, but another kick punch and another KO. Power play favoring the glasses of milk. DisabledMan with the core flip's going to try to possibly get on it to use it. Down goes the barrier. The Maelstrom's not going to push it straight in. Core flip used defensively. Easy read for yeatzy with that much distance. Funky back on the field. Loses out to the lock and load. As the Giga Blast just throws it up to DisabledMan. yeatzy tries to buy some space. You got the turret now holding it in an awkward spot. Thrownee with the core flip available. Could be looking to use it. There's the barrage, and that means the goal is free on the lower end. Good job from Glasses of Milk to get that barrage out of the Kai a little bit early. The pressure stayed on it. 3-0 the first set. Opening pick right now for this Juliet. I'm liking 1-2 punch. I see 1-2 punch, I get excited. That could be an easy grab for the Juliet, and that's where it's going to go. Kai now has aerials and Deadeye each up for grabs. Actually going to opt for Hot Shot in this one. Fair enough. That's going to leave aerials there for Drakkar, which is a nice grab. yeatzy is going to have to sell for a heavy impact. Will be Spark play going towards Omegas, and that leaves Deadeye, actually. Interesting pickup on the Spark right there. I mean, really, there wasn't too many good options for Omegas. When you see 3 Sparks on the first draft, that's always going to be a little bit rough for the back half of the selections because people aren't going to be happy, no matter which way you look at it. A lot of damage put on the Funky at the start of this one. The first barrier does go down in favor of the BBC. As we'll see if they try to bring back. Kick punch takes down the first barrier for Glasses of Milk to equalize us at 1 apiece. Big strike war sees a KO. DisabledMan got, you know, Omegas with the pendulum, and now Funky's going to get that second barrier down. A chance for the first goal for the BBC. DisabledMan not quite able to get it underneath yeatzy. Turret comes down, and it wasn't fast enough on the rotation to the top side. Core flip. Thrownee wanted the kick punch, doesn't get it, stolen away by Funky, who gets it to Disabled, but they still can't get that first goal. As Thronee's going to go ahead, dribble it with themselves, using that center barrier. Here comes the special, gets the barrier down. It looked like Thrownee was throwing that special all 4 directions. Whoa, lock and load misses, nearly opens the door for DisabledMan. As yeatzy, dangerous dribble to oneself, but does kind of create some space. Giga Blast was used by the Kai. Goalkeeper still should have that barrage. Not going to need it just yet. DisabledMan again doesn't make contact with the pendulum. Now Thrownee from underneath gets caught off by Funky. There we go. Hook shot up and in. DisabledMan finally gets yeatzy off balance for long enough to get that goal. yeatzy's been playing pretty well this game, so it's good to see that goal come in. 1-0 now, favoring our team in red as the kickoff holds on that top side. We've seen a lot of KOs, and we're going to see another one. Thrownee, 6 KO in this game. It's a 6 KO streak, but Funky does the work, gets both barriers. As Thronee's going to get the first barrier back on the bot side. Omega's looking to get it up to Thrownee. Has the punch, doesn't have the kick, doesn't matter. Omega's already kind of tightening the noose. Second barrier is going to fall. yeatzy's creating some space. Now Thrownee with the chance has to rotate up. Funky will get there first. Omega's cuts it off, but couldn't control the core. Here comes Disabled again. Not able to get that strike. Thrownee core flip disrupts the Giga Blast. The barrage will keep it safe. Now Ukuzu decides to go low right into the kick punch, but it doesn't result in a goal. Not yet, at least. yeatzy's core flip goes down low. Thrownee sort of followed up. Pass to themselves. Stolen away with the core flip by Funky. Glitch Pop puts it backwards. Now Ukuzu going to do what they can to try and hold it in a dangerous spot. Has to go to the top end where they can't get too much for it. Here we go. Omegas trying to dribble it into sort of a 2v1 situation. It does go back to yeatzy. Diving down Funky. Can't do too much here. Thrownee straight down the middle. And it's going to be a 1-1 game. Ukuzu was doing a good job. I do agree, Dorizian. However, it's not quite enough right now. Thrownee has just been too dangerous on this Juliet. As we see the special come in, yeatzy will give up a barrier, but the BBC will give up a KO. As good use of the turret kept Omegas in an awkward spot. Big shot with the Giga Blast, actually. Nearly comes back up the other way. Ukuzu's going to chase it down. Thrownee there, though. Punch puts it in. Now the second touch finds its mark as well. Goal open up. Looking for the second in the second set. yeatzy stays on the play. Core flip available is going to be used by Omega's looking to get down to Thrownee. Plays keep away from Funky. The Giga Blast doesn't create enough space. The punch. Fast redirect, not fast enough. Shot put up to the top side. Ukuzu goes down low, but a miss with the glitch pop opens the door. And Omega's is there to slam it shut. Again. As soon as Omega's gets set up and you get these 2v1 situations, the BBC is really struggling to intercept these passes right now. Ukuzu feels like has been put in a lot of 2v1 situations right now. Been very, very difficult for them. The glitch pop missing. I mean, Funky had the right idea, just couldn't execute on it. And now, in dire straits, Disabled keeps it down low, kind of caught yeatzy off balance, but is getting beat up. Thrownee as well gets the KO on Funky with the core flip available. Starts to step forward, decides to hold it for now. As we see yeatzy take it down low, Thrownee goes for the punch, and then the strike. Kind of got stuck in the corner. Ukuzu made the save, core flip. Nowhere safe to go. Disabled was able to read it. As Funky will take it to the bot side. Nice hook, grab, Disabled looks to press forward. yeatzy shuts it down. Although we'll eventually lose the strike or too much pressure. Yes, there's another KO. Again, it's on Funky as Thrownee puts it down low to that bot side. Bottom barrier falls. Thrownee now looking to take it to the top. Top barrier falls. Disabled needs to be careful. Just to sidestep that Maelstrom. Thrownee looking for the KO. Forces the evasive as the core goes up towards Disabled Man. They're still staggered. They're still low. Ukuzu should do a good job controlling it, but the Giga Blast will miss. That will open the door for Omega. Slows play, so Funky won't get the dunk. But Funky will win the strike war, and it's going to be 2-all here in set number 2. Cameron Hall claiming the Jammers are going to win this tourney. I don't even think the Jammers are in this tourney, buddy. I didn't see them registered unless they're under a different name. We will see. As Thronee's going to let that one ride. Funky getting a little bit beat up right now. yeatzy keeping it in the corner. Now Thrownee looking to step forward. We'll be able to stay on it. 2v2 situation. Sees the lock and load, create space, and another KO for Thrownee, who has become a bit of a monster with these KOs. You can also watch Thronee's POV. I did see they were streaming. Top barrier is going to fall. Thrownee not able to keep it controlled for the second, but now Ukuzu will keep things somewhat controlled. Thrownee tries to strike it through underneath. We'll be able to get there. yeatzy has to rotate back, tries to get past Funky. Thrownee with the core flip available, tries to hold on to it there. Now we'll use it. Delayed touch. Does see the second barrier fall. A chance to take the second set right now for the 2 glasses of milk. Omega's has a core flip, uses it defensively. The Giga Blast keeps it on the blue side half until Thrownee goes forward. Pass back up, got the KO on the goalie. Glitch pop makes the save. Funky, big moment to keep this set alive, but can't get it past yeatzy, who has stepped forward. Looking for that goal before the respawn. Omega's touch will put it to Thrownee, who will put it in. Second set goes in favor of 2 glasses of milk. There we go. 2 up now, and again, because of the KOs, Juliet's going to get that peak pick, and I'm looking at Super Surge. I'm looking at Built Different, but it will be Super Surge. First instinct was correct. Now Aimi could be going for the Stagger Swagger, actually, so try to get some pressure off of them, but that leaves Built Difference for the Drakkar goalie. Surprised they didn't go Prime Time with it. Monumentalist as well for the Maelstrom's Prime Time. Instead, it's going to go down, actually, all the way to the Kai, which is a pretty good pickup. That extra barrage, definitely going to be useful. As the goalkeeping, as we will continue on for this next point. Giga Blast doesn't go too far with it. yeatzy keeping that chase up to the top side right now. Thrownee looking to put pressure on that lower side. Ukuzu is going to be chasing it. Too much pressure, though. Evasive has to be used by Omega's, and Thrownee misses on the KO attempt. You can already see a little bit of that Stagger Swagger actually coming into play right now. On to Funky. They will stay safe, but it's going to be a massive Maelstrom, an aggressive one. Not quite where the core was. Omega's going to be a little bit disappointed with that. Good touch from Disabled Man. We'll get the first barrier. As yeatzy will keep it held up high. Disabled in a 2v1. Holding their own. Now yeatzy will take it down low. Thrownee going for the kick punch just to keep Ukuzu back. That extra pressure right now coming from the BBC actually opens up the goal. They have a chance here. Glitch pop saved by yeatzy on the line. Timely core flip. Comes up big. Giga Blast as well. Gets stuffed by omegasinparis, who tries to play through that corner. Now Thronee's looking for something. Has the speed boost, but won't have the opportunity because Disabled Man just keeps too much control. And again, Funky is no longer a KO target. The core flip from Ukuzu will get the first goal. And the BBC starts to bring it back. Up 1-0 in set 3. BBC looking very, very strong here. As Thrownee looks to pass up off that top crossbar. Oh, the Maelstrom gets that first KO, so Stagger Swagger not helping that time. Thrownee now with the core flip available. Had to watch that first barrier fall, but the second one should go down here. Baits out the barrier, still gets the hit, and now he's going to look for the goal. The pendulum buys a bit of time, but it's a pass up to Omegas, and it's going to be a 2-0 lead. Or sorry, a 1-1 game. 2-0 set lead still, but 1-1 after 2 glasses of milk puts that one in. Beautiful pass up from the glasses of milk. As we see the Maelstrom just escort that core all the way to the first barrier. Kick punch gets the KO as well. Thrownee looking very, very good. That said, Funky diving on in, gets a little bit of the dunk, gets that lower barrier, and we're going to be sitting 1-all. Too much pressure, though, through that upper corner. Core flip, sees the second barrier fall. yeatzy was stepping forward, now has to race back because of the turret. DisabledMan is back on the pitch. Trying to fight through the Maelstrom. It goes the aggressive path, as Thrownee, just kind of outpaced by Funky temporarily. What a preemptive! It was a pre-jump kick punch, and it's gonna go in. 2-1 lead. Good instincts from Thrownee to get that one through. Ah, you love to see it right now. This is looking very, very good for that OCE side. Bottom barrier will fall. Top barrier under pressure as well, yet the core gets underneath Funky, and now Omega stepping forward. Thrownee looking to connect with the special. It's just out of range still. Omegas has the speed to get to that top side immediately. Thrownee on the wall. Still got touches. Didn't get KO'd. Funky was looking for it. Bottom barrier barely saved by Ukuzu. Pass up. DisabledMan to himself with the hook. Won't get too much after that. Thrownee actually taking quite low right now. Funky steals away that speed. Could be looking for a KO on this Juliet. Not going to find just yet. Juliet's going to start to recover. Has the kick punch available. Won't use it on this instance. Good save by Omegas, but can't get it past the Gigablast of Ukuzu. There's the kick punch. There's the KO. Into the core flip KO. Thrownee a 14 KO streak on this Juliet right now. Absolutely insane performance. And now in the 3v1, Ukuzu to stay alive. Can't stop yeatzy. And that's going to do it. Our first game goes to the 2 glasses of milk. MVP, yeah, it's going to Thrownee. 14 KOs, I believe. Or at least it was a 14 KO streak. I kind of want to see the stats on this one right now. I think the stream went back to me. I want the stream to come to the stats. I'll tell you the stats. It was, in fact, 15 KOs for 2 glasses of milk, 14 from Thrownee, 22k damage overall, not to mention 5 goals for the Juliet player themselves. It's just a great performance coming out of them in this one. So really well done to the 2 glasses of milk. Unfortunately for the BBC, that means they're going down to that lower bracket where they're going to be looking to try and maybe bring things back. Always a little bit tougher on that bottom side, as have some other results right now I can read off to you. ATM did beat Ash and Burn, so in a 3-0 as expected. The Juice Stand did beat Bark for Mummy, as expected, 3-0. Don't have the result of LGB Triple Z versus Core Control just yet. That one still kind of up for grabs, so we are going to be going to a break. Hopefully that match will be finishing sooner than later. When we return, though, it will be the Juice Stand playing against the winner of that LGBZ versus Core Control matchup, so we're going to be staying in the upper bracket. Stick around. Game number 2 when we return here. You know, Monday Night Monday, number 7. So it's 7.